Today I am crafting with these wooden round ring frames from Dollar Tree. So I grabbed all of them that I found because we're gonna make some projects with it, and let's get to crafting. For the first project, I'm gonna need 3 of those wooden rings. First thing I'm gonna do is layer them on top of each. And to connect them together and make them as a whole one piece, I'm just gonna add a hot Gorilla Glue, and we're gonna have a nice thick frame. There is so many ideas that we can make with these wooden round base frames, and it's gonna cost us a couple of dollars so we can make our home boutique gorgeous. Now I'm gonna cover the frame with the chalkboard black paint from Dollar Tree. I painted the top and the bottom. I don't need the side. I painted inside as well. For the base, I'm gonna use this foam round board. It's a good idea to add those wooden round planks as well, but I couldn't find any. So I think it's gonna do good because we're gonna create a nice decorative tray. We're gonna use this tray for decoration. For a nice embellishment, I'm adding these doilies that I got from my local store. I got them last year and I made so many projects with it. It is so nice and thick, and I think adding this beautiful French print doily is gonna bring this tray to a very high level. Now that I glued the doily to my foam board, I'm adding a hot Gorilla Glue on the edges of the doily, and that's where I'm gonna add my frame. Simple as that. We have a nice tray, and now to cover the edges on my tray, I'm using this faux leather black vinyl, also from Dollar Tree, and with adding a hot glue, we're gonna have a nice beautiful cover. I didn't cut off through the strips. I just used the whole piece because I don't want to miss some lining to it. It's going to be easier for me to cut it afterwards until I cover it all. And we can leave an extra so we can put it on the bottom as well. So now that I covered one portion to it, I'm going to cut it off with the scissors. And then on the bottom of my tray, I'm just adding a glue and making a nice edges to my tray. I'm adding another part to cover the rest of the border with the same vinyl, and simple as that, my tray is almost done. I'm doing the same thing on the bottom, making a nice finish on the bottom. For the handles, I got all those beautiful handles that I got in my crafting stash. I got those 25 cents each from my local crafting store, and I'm just going through all these 3 kinds and see which one is gonna look the best. And I think this golden rusted look, it's just the perfect with this black and then black and white French print. And all I did is I just added a hot glue on the bottom of my handles, and I think it looks super cute, and my tray is ready for decoration. If you look at the high-end stores, you can find similar trays like this up to $50–$60, and ours cost us less than $5. To cover my bottom, also I added another sheet of my doily just to look nice and beautiful, and this project is done. You gotta let me know, what do you think? I have also made this beautiful wooden scale last year, and look how beautiful they look together with those greeneries and the birdies. I just love these decorations, and the best part it is that I made it all very low on a budget. Today, it's another What Would You Make monthly challenge. It's hosted by my darling friends Zana from OK at Home DIY and Connie from Connie's Woodshop and DIYs. And this month, guest host is DIYS, Dyanne and Janny. Love these talented creators. They're all such a good friends of mine. All their links are in my description box along with the playlist. And here I am at Love's grabbing those square dowels. They're $1.98 a piece and they're long pieces so we can cut them off and make some beautiful projects with them. I need one of those rings, split it on half. So I'm just measuring with a marker and a ruler where I'm gonna cut it off, and we're gonna use this for my projects. I'm using my cutting machine, mini cutting machine, but also you can use a miter shear for those rings. They're so easy to be split apart. If you're new here, I haven't introduced myself. I am C and this is CJ DIY, where we create beautiful home decor, budget friendly. We have so much fun and laughs, and thank you all for unconditional love and support and taking time of your busy days to watch my videos all the time. Love you all. Now that I split my rings, guess what I'm making with those rings and what I love the most? I'm gonna create my own arch window frames. Yes. So to match those half rings, those square dowels are just a perfect connection to it. So I'm just going around and I'm just gonna cut them around 18-inch long. And I'm showing you with a miter shear, you can cut off those wooden dowels as well. And also I'm gonna need a longer one for the middle, and now I'm gonna connect them all together. On the edges, to make it nice and sturdy, I also added a wood glue, and now with the staple gun I'm gonna add all the wooden pieces together as you watching me. Super simple and easy project, and will cost 62 cents for a half ring, $1.98 for the square dowel, and half a square dowel, another 99 cents, and altogether $3.59. You cannot beat this. If you look at similar arch windows like this, here is a comparison. $79 for both of them. Even they go for a higher prices. And I am so proud of this project. I just love it. I love those arch windows so much. I made so many of them throughout my videos, and those are so beautiful. To fill out the gaps between those dowels, I'm also adding wood glue just to fill it in and make it more nice and sturdy. And after that is done, we're gonna fill out the inside part of my arch window with those wooden dowels. I'm measuring another dowel in the middle before I cut it off, and with a miter shear I'm just splitting it off. And I'm following the same steps with the wood glue on top and on the bottom, and then with a staple gun. Now I'm going to be adding horizontal wooden pieces. I'm measuring with a marker on the side and in the middle where I want to split those dowels so they can not overlap, but you can add them next to the middle frame and the end of the frame, if that makes sense. So they can all look like a together piece and they're not overlapping. I'm doing the same thing for the middle part, and then we're gonna add another set on the bottom. Those will be divided around 6 inches apart between one line to another, because I wanted to have an equal look to it. As you can see, I'm measuring with a ruler and make sure before I glue them, they're like a 6 inches apart. So they can look professional, right? Even if I made them. I had so much fun making those frames. I hope I'm giving you lots of inspirations for you to try at home and make your own beautiful arch windows or any kind of frames that you like for your home decor. And now the same process: wood glue, staple gun, and this window is done, and I made 2 of them. Now the side that we're using the staple gun, that's gonna be the back part of our frame, so those staples are not gonna be visual when we hang them on our walls, if that makes sense. And here how they look, and as I mentioned, I made 2 of them. For extra embellishment, I'm adding those half wooden round beads, like a 1 inch apart. So I'm just layering them first around the wooden frames before I wood glue them. And with adding these wooden half beads, we just bring this arch window to a more high level. And this is how they look. Now to get rid of that, as you can see, the rings are one different tone color and the wooden dowels are different tone color. So now to even it out, I just made a texture salt wash and Dixie Belle natural paint. So after I mix it all together, now with the brush, I'm just going and distressing it and making my window as one color and giving the rustic look to it. Also, for extra seal and embellishment, I'm adding a black DIY wax and going around the beads and around the frame. And this DIY is done, and you gotta let me know, what do you think about this project that it only cost us $3.50 a piece? For the next project, I'm gonna be creating a garden house or terrarium, whatever you like to call it. And also I'm gonna be using those rings. I'm gonna need 2 of them this time. I need a wooden plank and I need those square dowels as well. I cut off those square dowels. Now I'm gonna split my rings as well, and we're gonna create same frames like we made for our arch windows. I need 4 frames to make out of those rings and the dowels so we can put them on my wooden planks. I'm gonna show you, it's so easy to do it. And here I'm showing you how I cut off the round rings and my dowels got together, and now I'm doing the same process as I mentioned when I was creating the arch windows, except we only need 2 dowels on the side. We don't need one on the bottom. And here they are all connected together. And now I'm just gonna be adding a wood glue on the side. But before that, to connect one ring to the other, I also added another square dowel, and that's gonna be easier for me to connect them. As you can see, I'm adding 1 frame on one side and another frame to another side. I know it's hard for me to explain it, but when you look at it all together, you will see what I was talking about. Now that I connect those 2 frames with the dowels in between, I'm gonna glue 1 on each side, as you can see. To be easier to glue them and make it more sturdy, you're gonna need those clamps. And I didn't have those on hands, and it took me a while until I connect them and glue them together. And anyhow, after a little holding on the side to make them nice and sturdy, it finally worked. Now I'm also adding the other 2 frames in the middle. Make sure they're all equally divided before I add them together and glue them. And now to make them more nice and sturdy, I'm gonna be adding those metal ribbon frames from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going around the edges, and then I'm gonna staple gun them in each dowel. So we're gonna have a nice and sturdy French country look to my garden house. That makes sense, and I think it looks super cute. And with adding these metal frames, we just make our box more nice and sturdy and nothing will separate it. Also, I'm gonna be adding one in the middle and one on top for extra embellishment. I know it's hard for you to see because this garden box is around 24 inch together. It's really tall. Anyway, I hope I gave you an idea how I made it, and I showing you how I did the bottom, and now I did the top, also adding that staple gun and make it nice and sturdy. And we also gonna add one where the half ring is ending between the dowel, as you can see. Super simple and very easy. And now to make it all like a one-tone color and just give that rustic look, also I'm mixing a salt wash and adding that Dixie Belle natural look, and we're gonna distress it with a brush, and this project is done and you gonna see how it all came out, and I'm really in love with that. I know it was a little bit painful for me to connect all those dowels, but afterwards it was all paid off. You gotta let me know, what do you think? I also forgot to mention I distress it with a black DIY wax, and look at those details. And I added some greeneries and some planters inside. You can add anything you like with it. You can decorate it throughout the season for summer, Christmas, fall, any season, everyday look. I just love the whole total look that I made today. I hope I kept you entertained while you were watching me creating all those beautiful details and all those beautiful home decor creations. And I hope most of all, the most important thing is I hope I inspired you for you to create budget-friendly home decor. And before I let you go, my darlings, thank you so much for taking time of your busy day watching my video, and thank you for the unconditional love. And don't forget to check out the amazing playlist. And my darlings, until next time, I'm sending you lots of love, lots of music, positive energy, blessings from me to you. Bye bye.